up my PYTs? Now, as you can tell by the title of the video, today is a story time about how my friend went dumpster diving for me. From that day until this day, she will forever be the MVP. Let's start off by saying I had a crush on this guy. We're gonna name him Star. Why? I don't know. Don't ask me, because I have no clue. But we're gonna name him Star. Star was in my 6th grade class, and the way my school was, there was only 2 6th grade classes, the one that I was in and the one that Star was in. So those 2 classes, they would combine their classes, if that makes sense, but like some people would go to that class, some people would go to this class. So we're gonna say this teacher's name was Miss Present, and this teacher's name was Miss Blue. Mr. Blue and Miss Present. At the time, Miss Present was doing reading and Mr. Blue was doing math. So often me and Star didn't have classes together, so I wouldn't have him in math or reading. We would be switched. So I was talking to my friends and I was like, man, I really like Star. Like, how am I gonna tell him? Like, what should I do? So they're like, I don't know. I'm like, y'all, okay, y'all not helpful, but okay, thank you. So came up with the conclusion I should write a note. And at the time, he was in reading and I was in math. I already had reading before him, so when my math class was over, it was gonna be time to go home. So I was like, I'm gonna write a note. And they was like, well, that's a good idea. And I was like, I know, right? Because y'all not helping, but thank you. So I can't remember everything that the note said, but I know I said some really cringy stuff. Like, I can't. Like, at the time, I was like, yeah, he go be feeling this. No, like, he finna be feeling it. He finna be into it. And now I look back and I'm like, what was I thinking? Why did I say that? Like, wait. So I can't remember everything that the note said, but I do remember that it said something along the lines of, mind you, his eyes are blue. It said, good child, it said, your eyes are like 2 big oceans that I can just get lost in. And I was like, yeah, girl, yeah, this finna be good. I was hyping it up. I was all over it. But now I'm like, why did I say that? Anyway, so the plan was to be anonymous. I wanted him to read the note, but I wanted to be anonymous because why? I don't know. I just wanted to be anonymous. So I was like, I gotta come up with a nickname to put on this note. And I came up with the nickname Peanut. Keep that in mind. Came up with the nickname Peanut. So I finished the note, folded up real nicely, and I slipped it in his desk. Right? So now it's almost time for the end of class, and it's almost time to get home. So everyone's packing up, and me and my friends were like, oh, like, Star over there, he about to read the note. So he's taking stuff off his desk, putting it in his bag, and we see him pull out the note. I said, oh, it's almost time. So he pulls out the note, he reads it, and he's around his friends. One of his friends we were mutual friends with. We're gonna name him Darshay. No, that's a girl name. We're gonna name him Jingle Bell. I'm sorry, I'm looking at a Christmas tree for all these names, but we're gonna name him Jingle Bell. Jingle Bell was a mutual friend of me and Star. So Jingle Bell comes to me after Star is done reading the note. He comes to me and he laughs, like he does a little chuckle, and he goes, "Peanut, huh?" And I looked at him. I was like, "What? What? What? Jingle? What? What are you talking He's like, a peanut. I was like, okay, like that's weird. How do you know it's me? And he goes, your name was on it. And I was like, my name was on it. He was like, yeah. He was like, peanut was scratched out just a little bit, and your name was above it. And Gab almost said her name. We're gonna call her Gigi. Gigi. No, we go call her Grammy. Why? I don't know. I don't know. Grammy was chuckling at the corner of the desk. And I looked at her, I said, Grammy, why are you laughing? And she's like, oh, well, I thought he should know who it was, so I put your name on it. I said, and you did this, why? 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 Why did you do this? Why? So she's like, oh, well, he needs to know who it is. And I was like, if I wanted him to know it was me, I would have put my own name. Did I put my name? I didn't. So I was looking at her like, okay, like you will keep gonna die later on, just letting you know. So everyone goes about their way after they done chuckling at my cringiness. Star starts to write something on a note. We all see this. Me and all my friends see it. We see him writing on a note. So I'm like, I wonder what he's writing. Like, I just want to know. And so we see him writing, and he's writing for a long time. So at this point, I'm like, oh, dude got a paragraph to write. Okay. So we continue to pack up. We just let him write, and we pack up. Next thing you know, we see him come in front of us, ball the paper up, and throw it in the recycling bin. Our recycling bin was like huge, but it was right in front of us, and we see him throw it away and go back to his seat. And this is the face I made. I was just like, what? He just threw away my powerful, meaningful note? How could you? How could you? So my friend looks at me and she's like, girl, I got you. And I'm like, what you mean? She was like, I got you, don't worry about it. Because he wrote something on that note. And I was like, yeah, I saw that. She was like, I got you. So I gotta tell you that at this school we had, I guess you can call it tasks, little tasks to do. And after school, the kids would go around the school and collect all the recycling bins, the little recycling bins, and to put in a big recycling bin. But the school wasn't that big, so everyone can do this within like a couple of minutes. So my friend had that job. We're gonna call my friend KK. KK had that job at the end of the day, and for me, I couldn't stay after school, so I just went home. And she's like, as I'm on my way home, she's like, "Girl, I got you." I think I told her to get that note. I think I did because I knew he wrote something on there and I had to see what it was. So I did tell her. I was like, yeah, get that note. She was like, girl, I got you. I got you. I said, oh, you MVP. And that's on real ones. So she's like, girl, I got you. And I'm like, okay, bet. So I'm on my way to leaving the school. We go skip forward to the next day. Next day, I was super happy because I was like, my girl, like she said she got me. Like I don't know what she go do or how she go get this note, but she got me. Come in the classroom, I sit down, I see all my friends around the desk. And KK comes in the classroom, she's like, girl, I got the note. I said, you got the note? She said, I got the note. I said, how you get the note? She said, at the end of the day, once we gathered all the recycling bins up, our recycling bin was the last one to be taken out. So I dumpster dived. I went inside the dumpster. Well, I went inside the recycling bin. It was a huge recycling bin. I went inside the huge recycling bin and I got the note. It was at the top of all the paper. It was no problem. I said, girl, MVP for real. You're the MVP, and that's on everything. So I'm like, did you read it yet? She's like, no, I haven't. I was like, bet. I said, we all gonna read it together. It was crumpled up so bad that when I tried to like open it, it started ripping. So like I'm ripping parts of the letter, and mind you, like we know that he's written something on it, so we're trying not to rip it too bad, but we're trying to get it open. So we ended up ripping like 3 pieces of it, and we had to tape it together. Like we had to like literally line up the words that I said to tape it. And I'm looking around the words that I said. There's nothing there, and I turn it over, and there's words on the back. Now the way these words look, it was like it was written, and then it was erased, and then it was written over, and then it was erased again and written over again. So I don't know why he did that, or if he was struggling on what to say, but it was pretty bad. Plus the pages were ripped. Plus the page was ripped, so it was harder to read. So I figured it out, taped it up. I said, we about to read it. So we look at it, and I'm like, y'all ready? She like, we ready? And I was like, it wasn't that long. It wasn't that long. It was maybe like a sentence. And I was like, it said, I'm sorry, I don't want a girlfriend right now. I'm focusing on school. And I looked up, like after I was done reading it, I looked up at them and they was looking like, what? I was looking like, what? And I was like, why he throw that away? Why didn't he just say that or just give me the note, you know? And it was like, I don't know. And I was like, I don't know. To this day, I never told that person that I knew, um, they wrote that because they wasn't about to find out that my friend went dumpster diving. Like, you're not gonna do that. But yeah, that's the end of my story. I really hope you enjoyed it. The next story, girl, it's probably not gonna be that long, but it's juicy. It's real juicy. The next story time is gonna be about how my shoe hit my crush's mom in the face. Embarrassing. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have a nice day, a nice night. I'll see you later, my people.